Hello, we're Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile, and today we're reviewing The First Omen.
Ooh, that one's a classic.
Oh, no, little buddy, not the 1976 original. They made a new movie called The First Omen.
First? Wouldn't this make 6? 4 Omen movies!
Look, you're overcomplicating this. It's a prequel.
Wait, wasn't Damien's mother a jackal?
Did this movie have an intimacy coordinator?
The First Omen is directed by Arkasha Stevenson, known for directing episodes of Channel Zero, Legion, and Brand New Cherry Flavor. She co-wrote the screenplay with Tim Smith and Keith Thomas. This prequel dives into the sinister conspiracy leading up to the birth of the infamous Damien Thorn, the young boy destined to become the Antichrist.
The ultimate Nepo baby!
So, let's witness the birth of evil. The setting is Rome, 1971, and they actually shot on location in Rome.
Wow, did they also travel to 1971?
We meet Father Brennan, a character from the original, now played by the dad from the Vivitch. Brennan seeks info from Father Harris about a photo of a mysterious baby.
Have you seen this boy?
But the church is undergoing some construction, and if you've seen an Omen movie, then you know how dangerous construction sites can be. We then meet novitiate Margaret, who arrives at the orphanage to take her vows. Vows of poverty, chastity, obedience, and firepower. Margaret meets Sister Sylvia, Cardinal Lawrence, played by the great Bill Nighy, Carlita Scianna, who draws some creepy doodles, and her roommate, who's outgoing and flirty.
The sex dungeon was also shot on location at P. Diddy's mansion.
Before taking their vows, her roommate invites Margaret to a disco, where she blacks out and doesn't remember a thing.
1 minute, you're doing the hustle. And then you're getting humped by a dog.
One more reason why disco sucks!
The disco scene does wonders for Margaret by letting her hair down, and we get to see her as a regular person. I hate to say it, but nuns are kinda boring characters. Ugh. Well, usually. Father Brennan pops up again and warns Margaret about Carlita, saying evil things will happen around her, like jump scares. It's gonna be jump scares. We then get another death, and like the opening scene, we've seen this death before in the original.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
But all Damien wanted was an Evel Knievel stunt cycle toy.
We don't get many death scenes in this movie, so I wish the few we got were a little more creative. Some of the best scenes from The Omen are those Final Destination style kills.
Decapitation may cause dizziness and loss of life.
Father Brennan explains that the church is losing followers. The flock no longer fears hellfire and brimstone.
Even Cain isn't scary anymore.
Attendance and donations are down, so some genius radicals in the church decide that the answer is the Antichrist.
Which reminds me, donate to our Patreon. Damn it, I need booze money.
Surely, these old guys in robes who can barely control their bladders can control the Prince of Hell. What kind of business model is this? When Domino's tried to win back customers in 2010, they shook up their menu. They didn't summon the Antichrist.
That came later.
By this time, Margaret is forced to leave the orphanage and denied her vows for asking too many questions. What's going on with Carlita? What do her creepy drawings mean? Where's her file? What does the birthmark in the shape of 3 6s mean?
Will the devil pay child support?
I was invested in watching Margaret uncover this conspiracy. The ending has one twist that you can see coming from a mile away, but there is another twist that adds to the lore and sets the stage for a sequel.
The Second Omen.
Nell Tiger Free acts her ass off, and she got a free eye exam out of it. I haven't seen an actress snarl and convulse like that since the movie Possession.
Jim Carrey has chewed less scenery.
As the prequel unravels the mysteries surrounding Damien's origins, it delves into themes of date rape, abortion, and female body horror, without beating you over the head. During a horrific birthing scene, they actually hold on a crowning shot that got the film an NC-17 rating. The filmmakers had to go back to the ratings board 5 times to get an R rating. Now I'm curious what the uncut version looks like, because this was my face during that shot.
Andy, was that a little demon hand?
The baby was like, "Somebody give me a hand!"
It's graphic, but I also like how the film doesn't show us everything. We only get little glimpses of the jackal beast thing kept in the basement.
Hardly seen, like anyone who lives in a basement.
In The Omen, we're told that Damien's mother was a jackal, but in the prequel, a jackal is the father. It was revealed on an episode of Maury. A human woman gives birth to Damien, and it's easy to see why this change was made to the lore. It's also why there's another movie in theaters called Immaculate, with a very similar premise.
Like when A Bug's Life and Ants came out.
Both movies explored the issue of women's bodies being controlled and reduced to vessels.
A large boat?
What? No! Horror movies are a reflection of the times, and it's not surprising that after Roe v. Wade was overturned, that we're getting movies tackling forced pregnancies.
Meanwhile, I just ended 20 million potential lives into a Slimer popcorn bucket. Bustin' makes me feel good.
Its opening weekend, The First Omen finished in 4th place, with only $8.4 million. We saw this movie opening night, and I was the only person in the theater. We actually startled the cleaning staff, who came in after the movie, because they thought the place was empty.
Also, because of what I was doing to Slimer.
I was gonna do a video, then wasn't because of the lack of buzz, then decided to anyway, to help spread the word. You know what? You've always been a super spreader. Thanks, Mother. The new score was composed by Mark Corbin, known for The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Black Phone. He does a fine job, but that iconic theme Jerry Goldsmith wrote for The Omen was missing. After all, it earned Goldsmith his only Academy Award.
Jerry Goldsmith for The Omen.
If you play it backwards, there are hidden messages about Jesus.
Towards the end of the film, I was like, if baby Damien pops out of somebody and his theme song doesn't kick in like Stone Cold Steve Austin rushing the ring, then what the hell are we doing? I'm happy to say the finale delivered the goods. And the baby. Not only does the haunting score contribute to the chilling atmosphere, but so does the cinematography. Even though it is a modern film, the way it looks and was shot gives it a vintage feel. You have these zoom shots that are very 70s.
What are you doing? Get away from me! Help!
The highlights have this vintage bloom effect to them. There's even a trailer with a 70s film effect added to it, and it looks great. I wish the whole film looked like this. If any CGI was used, it was done well and wasn't distracting. Watching the prequel, I felt like I could throw the original Omen on afterward, and they'd flow together. For Omen fans, the first Omen is surprisingly a solid entry that offers new insights and adds to the mythology. Even for newcomers, this prequel can stand on its own.
Wow, just born and already standing.
Arkasha Stevenson's direction builds suspense with ease, creating a sense of dread that lingers.
Lingers long after baby Damien is dropped on his head.
In conclusion, The First Omen is a bone-chilling prequel, featuring atmospheric storytelling, a stellar performance, beautiful cinematography, and a handful of creepy moments. It's a must-see for horror fans and expectant mothers. We've been Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
Now, watch another damn video!